So what if I told you that some of the most productive agents in 2026 are getting more done in 5 hours than many agents are accomplishing in 10? Not because they're smarter, not because they have large teams, and not because they have discovered some secret marketing strategy that nobody else knows about. The difference is that they have stopped spending their time on tasks that technology can handle faster, better, and more consistently. While many agents are still writing every email from scratch, manually following up with leads, organizing notes after client meetings, creating social media content one post at a time, and trying to manage dozens of moving pieces inside their business, another group of agents is using artificial intelligence to eliminate those repetitive activities entirely. What's interesting is that these agents are not necessarily using dozens of complicated tools. In many cases, they are using a handful of carefully selected platforms that work together to save hours every single week. The result is not just increased productivity. The result is more time for conversations, more time for clients, more time for relationship building, and ultimately more time for the activities that actually generate revenue. Because despite all the conversations happening around artificial intelligence, the goal has never been to replace the agent. The goal is to remove the busy work. The goal is to automate the repetitive. The goal is to create more space for the human side of the business. So today, I want to walk you through the AI tools that real estate agents are using to save hours in 2026. Explain which tools are actually worth your attention, and show you how to build a practical AI stack that supports your business without overwhelming your workflow. Hi, I'm Kendall Bonner, and welcome back to the channel where we focus on the strategies, the systems, and the business principles that help real estate professionals build businesses that create freedom rather than businesses that create burnout. So today we're talking about one of the most discussed topics in our industry, artificial intelligence. Everywhere you look, there's another platform, another software company, another coach, or another content creator telling agents that they need a new AI tool if they want to stay competitive. The result is that many agents feel overwhelmed before they ever get started because they assume they need to learn dozens of applications, completely change the way they work, and somehow become technology experts overnight. The reality is much simpler than that. The agents creating the greatest leverage with artificial intelligence are not necessarily using the most tools. They are simply using the right tools in the right places. They understand that AI is not a replacement for relationships, conversations, trust, or even expertise. Instead, they use AI to eliminate repetitive tasks so they can spend more time focusing on the activities that actually generate business. When you look at the highest performing agents in 2026, you begin to notice a pattern. They are spending less time creating content from scratch, less time searching for information, less time taking notes, less time managing administrative tasks, and less time following up manually. As a result, they have more time available to build relationships, strengthen their network, serve their clients, and grow their businesses. Today, I want to walk you through the AI tools that are helping agents reclaim hours every single week, explain how each category fits into the modern real estate business, and show you how to build a practical AI stack without falling into the trap of chasing every new technology trend. So the first category includes tools such as ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and NotebookLM. They're what I like to call your thinking partners because they help you process information, they help you generate ideas, organize content, and accelerate the work that normally begins with a blank page. One of the biggest drains on an agent's time is content creation. Whether you're writing social media posts, email newsletters, listing descriptions, buyer presentations, seller guides, video scripts, or marketing campaigns, the process often begins the same. You sit down in front of a screen, you stare at a blinking cursor, and spend valuable time trying to figure out where to start. AI eliminates that problem. Instead of spending an hour creating a first draft, you spend a few minutes developing a prompt and generating a foundation that you can then customize with your own voice, your own stories, experiences, and perspective. This allows you to move from idea to execution much faster while still maintaining authenticity. Among all of these tools, NotebookLM deserves special attention because many agents underestimate its potential. Unlike traditional AI platforms that rely primarily on information about the internet, NotebookLM allows you to upload your own resources. Imagine uploading your buyer guides, listing presentations, marketing reports, training materials, SOPs, transaction checklists into one location. Suddenly you have a system capable of answering questions based on your own knowledge base and generating content using information specific to your business. For agents who want to scale expertise, document processes, or create training systems, Notebook LM may be one of the most valuable tools available today. If there is one area where AI has dramatically reduced the barrier to entry, it is video marketing. For years, agents avoided video because they assumed it required expensive equipment, advanced editing skills, professional production teams, or countless hours of work. Today, that assumption is no longer true. Tools like CapCut, Caption, Submagic, BigView, HeyGen, Remini, and Canva have transformed the content creation process by allowing agents to produce professional-looking content quickly and efficiently. CapCut has become one of the most widely used video editing platforms because it automates many of the tasks that previously consumed enormous amounts of time. Automated captions, silence removal, visual enhancements, social media formatting, they all happen with minimal effort, allowing agents to focus on creating valuable content rather than managing technical details. BigView has become one of my personal favorites because it addresses a challenge that many agents experience. The problem is rarely a lack of knowledge. Most agents know exactly what they want to say. The challenge is delivering that message confidently on camera. By combining teleprompter functionality, script assistance, content organization, and video creation into one platform, BigView helps agents move from idea to polished content way faster. Canva continues to be one of the most important tools in a modern marketing stack because it enables agents to create social graphics, listing presentations, lead magnets, open house materials, market reports, and branded content without needing a professional designer. The goal is not to become a content creator. The goal is to become more efficient at communicating your expertise. One of the biggest transitions an agent must make is moving from the mindset of a salesperson to the mindset of a business owner. Salespeople, they manage tasks. Business owners, they build systems. This is where tools like Notion, ClickUp, Google Workspace, and Loom become incredibly valuable. As your business grows, complexity increases. You have more clients, more transactions, more marketing campaigns, more deadlines, more conversations, and more moving parts competing for your attention. Without systems, growth often creates chaos. Notion serves as a central operating system where you can document processes, organize ideas, manage content calendars, store training resources, and create a knowledge base for yourself or your team. ClickUp allows you to assign responsibilities, track projects, manage workflows, and ensure accountability throughout your organization. Loom solves another challenge that many growing businesses encounter. If you find yourself explaining the same process repeatedly, you should probably document it. By recording a simple video walkthrough, you can create a repeatable training asset that saves hours of future communication. The most successful businesses are not dependent on memory. They are dependent on systems. Every agent has experienced the frustration of finishing an important client conversation and immediately trying to remember everything that was discussed. You're trying to recall specific concerns, follow-up items, deadlines, preferences, objections, and next steps while simultaneously moving on to your next appointment. This is where tools like Crisp have become game changers. Crisp automatically records and transcribes, summarizes, and organizes conversation. Instead of focusing on note-taking during meetings, agents can focus entirely on listening and engaging with the client. After the conversation ends, important details are already documented. Action steps are identified, and follow-up opportunities are easier to manage. Not only does this save time, but also improves the client experience because fewer details are overlooked or forgotten. Now, if there was one category that delivers the greatest return on investment, it is automation. The reality is that most agents do not lose business because they lack opportunities. They lose business because opportunities are not followed up with consistently. This is where tools such as Follow Up Boss, Go High Level, Zapier, Make, and ManyChat become incredibly powerful. Follow Up Boss, that one, it helps agents organize contacts, prioritize opportunities, automate communication, and ensure that the leads continue moving through the pipeline. Go High Level expands upon that functionality by combining CRM management, marketing automation, landing pages, email campaigns, text messaging, and customer journey management into one singular platform. Zapier and Make, they serve as a connective tissue. that allows all of your systems to communicate with one another. When someone downloads a guide, completes a form, schedules an appointment, or requests information, those tools can automatically trigger workflows that update your CRM, send communications, create tasks, and notify your team. Instead of relying on memory, your business begins operating through systems. This is where true leverage really begins to emerge. The most productive agents in 2026 are not using AI to replace human connection. They're using AI to protect it. Every tool we discussed today ultimately supports the same framework. AI helps create, AI helps organize, AI helps automate. But people still build trust. People still create relationships. People still make decisions based on confidence and connection. The agents who understand this distinction are creating a significant competitive advantage because they're using technology to eliminate repetitive work while investing the time they save into activities that create meaningful relationships. The goal is not to collect tools. The goal is not to even automate everything. The goal is to reclaim your time so you can focus on the things that only you can do. Because at the end of the day, real estate, it's still a people business. And the agents who combine strong relationships with strong systems will continue to win regardless of how technology evolves. I'm Kendall Bonner. Let's build smart. Ciao for now.